Hey everyone, Gene Ginsburg here. What's happening? I'm super excited. Today is Monday and the start of the week. I really actually like the start of the week. When I used to have a normal corporate job, I was like, whatever, Monday. Case of the Mondays, right? But as an entrepreneur, I actually work a lot and I work on the weekends too. So for me, the weeks kind of blended, especially now with COVID. It's almost like Groundhog Day sometimes. It's like one day, then the next, to the next, to the next. So it's been good and it's been a challenge, just because it's definitely been an interesting experience. But being an entrepreneur, for me, like work is not work anymore. It's like I actually enjoy what I do. I like helping people. I like doing digital marketing and technology and stuff. So for me, it's like work is not work. So I actually like getting deep into it and like figuring out problems. So it's I guess Mondays are just another day for me these days. Well, today, this whole week, we're actually going to talk about Instagram Reels. This is a new feature that has been rolled out in the US market, I think last Wednesday. So this is brand new. So I'm super excited to talk to you about it because brand new. So Instagram Reels. What is Instagram Reels? What do you do with it? How do you use it? What is it? Why use it? And what are the features of it, right? So let's start with Instagram. Let's take a step back, right? I love taking steps back. If you ever watch this Facebook Live or any of the lives that I do, I'm always like, let's take a step back, because I always like to share what the background of it is. It's not just like, oh, Instagram Reels, let's talk about it. Like, what is the background, right? And so Instagram, right? A lot of you probably are using Instagram now, right? It's been around for a while. I think, 2010, I think. And then Facebook bought it in 2014 or something like that. So huge social media platform, a lot of influencers on Instagram. So it's been huge, right? And recently, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago, Instagram created IGTV, so before IGTV, you could only do images and then 60-second videos on your feed, and then IGTV came up, and so you can do longer videos now with Instagram. And then Instagram stories is kind of similar to like Snapchat stories. So you have a piece of content that you can have on your stories for 24 hours. It disappears after 24 hours, and it's definitely been expanded, right? You can do images, you can do short videos, 15-second videos on your stories. And so Reels is now part of Instagram stories, right? So if you go to your Instagram stories, if you're on your phone, I have it on my phone right here. I'll probably grab it. So if you're on your phone, right, you go to Instagram stories, you go to Instagram, and then you click, of course, on the top, Instagram stories, and then you can get to Reels, right? I don't know if you guys can see it, get to Reels. So Reels is another feature now in Instagram stories. So what is Reels? Let's break that down, and then we can get into why use Reels. So Reels is kind of similar to Snapchat. If you guys use Snapchat, then you have probably pretty familiar in how the functionality is. But Reels, 15 seconds, no more than 15 seconds, and it allows you to take a video of whatever it is that you're doing, whatever you want to put on there, and allows you to edit the video, allows you to add headlines, like those little pop-up text things, and then also allows you to add in music. So it's a little bit different than an Instagram stories. It has a little bit more functionality to make for like an all-encompassing video. So Instagram stories, you had to kind of edit the video beforehand, or any story or any video on Instagram, you had to create it, you had to edit it, add music to it or whatnot. So now it's all the functionalities already within Instagram. So it's like you can add a bunch of stuff to it. So it's been a really cool feature, and it shows up in your stories, and you can add your video and then edit it and then add your music to it. So really cool. And then why would you use Instagram Reels, right? So Instagram Reels is, because it's brand new, not a lot of people are using it. So you definitely have the advantage of using it because you're going to be like one of the few people who are using it now, right? So of course, like some of the influencers are definitely getting more onto it, but the layman might not even know that Instagram Reels is up. So if you're watching this video, then I definitely highly recommend that you go out there and you start creating content with Instagram Reels, because you can also get featured in Instagram in the feed if your Instagram Reels gets like, a ton of engagement and whatnot. So now is the time to do that, because eventually what's going to happen, and this happens to all platforms, is that you're going to use a feature and then it's going to be overplayed and overdone by everybody, and then it's no longer going to be cool or effective. But with any social media platform, this is the way to really engage with your audiences, right? So all of the stuff that we talk about here is, how do you engage with your audiences? How do you use social media to do that? How do you get that message across? How do you start a conversation? And so Instagram Reels is another great way to start a conversation. And again, it's brand new, so it's a good way to to have a disruptor, if you will, when you're now creating this content. So, and I've seen Instagram Reels in my feed. I'm probably sure you've seen it in your feed, and it's a variety of stuff. It's people dancing, it's people giving advice. It's a compilation of videos. I know Gary Vee does a lot of that. So just think about it. Be creative. What can you share with your audience that's interesting, that's beneficial, that adds value? I always talk about adding value, and that's really the significant piece, right? If we're to boil everything down here, whatever you're using, Instagram Reels, Instagram Stories, Instagram feed, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, you're adding value, whatever that's entertainment value, whether that's knowledge value, whether that's inspirational value. I mean, whatever it might be, you're adding value to your audiences by creating content that speaks their message, that gets your message across, and that speaks their language. So very important, Instagram Reels, brand new feature. And we're going to talk about Instagram Reels all across today and the next 4 days, because we typically do 1 week of content for a specific piece, right? So this week we're going to talk all about Instagram Reels. Thursdays, don't forget about Thursdays. Tech Thursdays is we're going to talk about the ins and outs and the tools and the technology behind Instagram Reels, and the things that the functionalities that you can use, like the editing features and things like that. So it's going to be really cool. So you should definitely join me Thursday for Tech Thursdays. We host that every Thursday. We take questions, we talk about technology and anything related to social media, digital marketing, technology. So if you guys have any questions about Instagram Reels, please feel free to add them to the comments box now. But or you can message me directly. I love taking questions, so please feel free to do that. But we're going to talk more about Instagram Reels, and we're going to get into some of the specifics, and I'm going to do a little presentation so you guys can see that next time when I am doing that tomorrow. So super excited. And if you are a woman entrepreneur, please don't forget to join our group. It's digital marketing for women, digital marketing and tech for women entrepreneurs. It's all about supporting each other. The one thing that I'm finding recently is that, being an entrepreneur, you really, it's lonely at the top, right? And getting the support that you can get and that you want for being an entrepreneur can be challenging. And so one of the things that I found is just surrounding myself with other women entrepreneurs who are on the same path, or even on a different path, but like who want to support, who want to give back, who want to provide value, right? It's all about providing value, whether it's you're using social media or you're in a Facebook group, right? And so this group is all about that. We are digital marketers, we are business owners, we're entrepreneurs who use digital marketing and social media and technology. And of course, I think all of us are doing that now, especially now with COVID and how we're all at home and communication has changed, and the dynamics of communication, before you can go to an event or, have a store and people come to you, but now things have changed and the dynamics have changed. And so we now have to very, very vehemently switch over to using digital and social as much as we can in order to communicate with our audiences. And they're hanging out online now because a lot of people are at home. They're not traveling, they are at home, and they are on their phone, they're on their computer. So join our group. If you're a woman entrepreneur, we would love to see you. Just punch in wedm.group group into your browser, and it's just a group of supportive women entrepreneurs. And we want to, we want to help each other because we want to uplift each other, because as the saying goes, rising tides lift all boats, and that's what we want to do. We want to rise the tide to lift women entrepreneurs. That's really been my mission, and I can talk more about my mission later. But thanks so much for joining me today. Go out there and use Instagram Reels right now. Create a video and post it, and I'd love to see it. Thanks, everybody. I hope